Hey guys, a couple of weeks ago a tennis post went viral on Reddit in the public freakout community, and it was then shared all across social media. I became familiar with this clip on the TK Tennis YouTube channel. And let me tell you what happened in this clip. There was a mixed doubles match, and there was a man serving to a woman. There was a woman at the net on the server side, and there was a man on the service line on the returner side. So the serve goes in, a return goes in as well. Net woman poaches and doesn't hit that great of a volley. The guy from the service line shovels the ball down the line. The net woman on the server side retrieves back to her side. The server puts a very weak shot in the middle of the court, and the net player on the returner side poaches and hits the woman. I will say it wasn't a very hard volley. He softly hits her. She then proceeds to turn around, throws the racket into the net in the direction of the guy that hit her, starts insulting the guy with F-bombs like you've never heard before, picks her racket up from the net and throws it at the guy. Now the guy had tremendous footwork, and he was retrieving and was able to miss this racket that was thrown at him, and this woman continued to throw F-bombs and insulted this guy in the worst possible way. Now, I'm not gonna play you this video because I don't work blue, but I'm gonna put a link to TK Tennis in a pinned comment, and you can watch the uncensored version. Now, 99% of the comment section on all platforms was against this woman, rightfully so. You cannot behave like this on a tennis court. This doesn't appear to have happened at a tennis club. It looked like a public court, or maybe college courts or high school courts. I'm not sure. But this type of behavior should get you banned from tennis courts. This is absolutely inappropriate. People are correctly stating that it was a fair play. This guy poached, and he was perfectly okay going at the net player. And let me tell you a personal story. I wasn't really into doubles when I grew up in Germany. I was definitely a singles player. I mean, I did play doubles in team competitions. But when I came to the United States, I started playing a tremendous amount of doubles. I'm talking every single day. And I played doubles mostly against Mel Purcell, who was one of the best doubles players that I've ever seen. He was a quarterfinalist at Wimbledon. I'm going to link a match of Mel that somebody recently sent me on YouTube. It's Purcell versus Edberg, center court Wimbledon. For any real tennis enthusiast out there, check this one out. But anyway, I don't have the quickest reflexes, and Mel is lightning fast at the net, and he would poach like crazy. And his favorite thing to do was to go right at me. And I would get hit by Mel's volleys that were pretty hard multiple times per day. Now, my reaction after getting hit was laughter. And anybody else that got hit by Mel was also laughing. And when somebody would get hit, everybody would be laughing. And that's the universal reaction when you get hit like that. You don't take it seriously. Now, some players might not laugh. They might be a little bit angry because they lost the point. But I've never seen somebody get as angry as this woman in this particular post. But see, a lot of people are claiming that the tennis ball is not dangerous. And I tend to disagree with this a little bit because it depends on several factors. It depends on how hard you hit the ball and where you hit the ball. So if you hit the ball below the throat, the tennis ball is not going to do that much damage to you. It might bruise you a little bit. There's an unfortunate area that we as men have to protect. But generally below the throat is safe. However, if you get hit in the throat or in your eye, this is extremely dangerous. So when it comes to hitting the ball on purpose, right at other players, it's a very nuanced thing. Because I just told you we were all laughing when we would get hit because we as tennis players understand how to hit the ball in a safer spot on the opponent's body. We're not going to aim for the head. And generally, when we're talking about volleys, those are hit downwards and players are aiming at the feet. So most of the times players get hit below the knee area. And that's a perfectly fine area to absorb a hit from a tennis ball. However, let me give you some other scenarios. Let's say that you come into the net with a singles or doubles with a weak approach shot, and the opponent has an easy pass, but the opponent, instead of passing you, decides to rip the ball right at you. Now, I want you to look up a clip of McEnroe playing Lendl indoors, and it was exactly that. McEnroe didn't come in off a good approach or a half volley, I don't remember correctly, but I do remember that Lendl laser beamed a forehand right into McEnroe's chest. McEnroe fell backwards, and the look that he gave to Lendl towards the other side of the court wasn't a friendly one. How about when you get an easy overhead? And a lot of times the opponent will concede the point when you have that easy of an overhead, and you just have to put the ball anywhere in the court. Now, during the tournament in Rome last year, Cameron Norrie decided to hit the overhead right at Djokovic in one of those scenarios. He could have hit the overhead anywhere, but he went right at Djokovic, and Djokovic was very upset. So you can see that it's not all fair game when it comes to tennis.